The video we're making today is on ramps. Ramps is like basically like a garlic or an onion. It's just something that grows wild. These ramps here are probably, I'm going to say around 25 years ago we put in these ramps. We put a 5-gallon bucket in here. And these ramps, they grew wild. They just grew crazy. We got ramps everywhere. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly where I'm at because there's a lot of people would like to have all these ramps and they'd probably take them all. But today's video, we're going to dig a few of these ramps up. I'm going to take them back to the house and I'm going to cook them. Now if you eat them just like this, you just pull them up and eat them now, they're pretty damn strong. They're actually really strong, like an onion garlicky taste. We're going to take them back to the house and we're going to cook some up for you and give you a little bit of a recipe for breakfast. Hopefully this will give you a little idea on what a ramp looks like. We're going to dig some out of the ground, show you what the bulb looks like, and show you how deep they grow. So let's get to digging. Okay everybody, we're going to pull these ramps back. We're going to get down to these bulbs here. Because we want everything. We don't want just the top part of it. As you can see, these guys grow pretty thick. They're pretty thick in here. We're going to fluff up some of that. And there's what we want. We're going to take these back and wash them up. We're going to cook some. Now my wife, she probably won't be happy about me cooking these in the house too much because they are pretty strong. Strong smelling ramp. Ramps are strong smelling. But if you want to get rid of anybody, just eat these ramps and you'll actually sweat them out of your pores if you get hot. Get around a bunch of people, they'll smell you. Trust me, they'll smell you. But the way I'll cook them today, I'm going to cook them in a skillet. We're going to fry them. And I actually am going to give my friend a few of these. That's why I'm digging so many here. Now, this thing here, if you want ramps yourself and you want to grow your own ramps, this guy right here is about all you need, really. You could plant this in the ground and every year these guys seed. Every year they lay off seeds and you get bunches of them. But you can't go in there the first few years and dig them up because you're just going to lose all your seed. Every time these guys seed, they'll just keep spreading and spreading and spreading. And you'll have balls of them like this. Okay, now we got our pile of ramps. We'll get them back here and get them washed up. Get them in a skillet and see how they do. Well, I know they'll do good because I love ramps. I've ate ramps raw. I've actually come back here and just brung some bread and butter and put ramps on bread and butter. And they are really good. Some people will deep fry them. They'll dip them in, I think, like pancake batter or make up different types of batter, and they'll deep fry them. But they have ramp festivals all over the place, and go to one of them ramp festivals and try it out because they're actually, if you never ate one, they're definitely different. And I personally think they definitely have a different taste once they're cooked. Once they're cooked, they're a little more milder, not quite as strong as they are when they're just straight out of the ground. So let's get these guys cooked up. Okay everybody, we're back in the kitchen. We got our ramps. We got our ramps all washed up, nice and clean. Real nice and clean. We cut the bottoms off of them. Get ready to put them in the skillet. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of butter. We sprayed this skillet. We're going to put a little bit of butter down in here. Melt that butter around. Okay, we melted up the butter. And we're going to throw these ramps in there. We're just going to throw them in whole because they're going to shrink up. They're going to get nice and small on us. It's going to look a little bit like spinach when they're done cooking. Just let them set in there and cook for a little bit. Okay, these ramps are starting to cook. These are pretty strong smelling when you're cooking them. They kind of smell up your house a little bit. But as long as your wife don't mind, you'll be okay. You see they're starting to shrink up pretty good right now. That's 12 ramps in there. That's a dozen. Now, the only thing you see me, I did spray the skillet and then I put some butter in there. And the only thing else I'm going to put on these ramps is a little bit of sea salt. We're going to put a little bit of sea salt on here. I'm just going to sprinkle a little sea salt over them. This is the way I really like these ramps. And don't forget, they do grow wild. They're a wild ramp. I mean, sort of like an onion, a cross between an onion and a garlic. We're just going to let them get nice and tender and soft. Now these ramps would be good if you want to cut them up and use them in spaghetti, or you can cut them up for your and use them on your hamburgers or steak, and like I said before, some people will take them and they'll dip them in batter and deep fry them. And a lot of the ramp festivals and stuff like that, you'll find where they'll deep fry them a lot. And I don't know exactly what kind of mix they use for deep frying them or what, but you know, go to a ramp festival. They're fun. I actually went to one, well actually it might have been last year I went to one in Mount Morris, PA. And they're pretty good. Like I said, a lot of people have different ideas on how to cook them and what they use them for, you know. And if you happen to get a hold of a few of them, you can put in your own woods somewhere where you know where they're at. They'll multiply. They don't take long. They'll multiply. Every year these ramps seed, and them seeds will blow in the wind, and then they'll just keep spreading and spreading and spreading. And we're just trying to get these things tender up, you know, just a little tender here. They're starting to look pretty good right now. We're going to be making a sandwich out of these. So what I'm going to do is I got a fresh green egg out of the hen house. Got a pretty hard shell on this egg. So we're going to cook us an egg to go with this. I'm not going to add any salt, but I'll add some pepper. My wife says I need to stay away from the salt. Okay, we're going to turn these off and start making our sandwich. Take them off the heat. Alright, you can see we got the fine china out here. We're going to make us a bagel sandwich out of these ramps. Let's see here. I'm going to throw our egg on here. Get our ramps. Mind you, this is a dozen of ramps, so they don't, they cook up pretty good. When they're done cooking, there's not much to them. These are old school sandwiches. We cook a sandwich, you're gonna last you all day long, so this is gonna be a good sandwich here. Lay the bacon to it. Who don't love bacon? And a hash brown. Hash brown. Okay, everybody, don't forget, when you cook these ramps up, tell me what you think about them. Give them a try, and give me a comment. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Wouldn't you like to have that sandwich? That's a mean looking sandwich right there.